Good morning,
Good
Gianluca.
morning.
How are you doing?
I'm okay, thank
Are
you.
you-
How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you. Thank you because we invite you here in studio and you say yes and you are flexible for us. This is really, we appreciate that. We would like to speak with you this morning about our strategic partnership Extos here in Italy. So, how is the situation now? This is a generic question.
Okay. Let's say that the project is ongoing. We started with this partnership some 2 years ago during the times of pandemic. Pandemic brought a lot of the problems and lockdowns and so on, but was the time to think and to reflect on our work before the pandemic and to find the time. And we had all the time to stay at home and work to plan this project, this partnership. Before the pandemic, our association, the YMCA, we were engaged and committed to social work. So we started, I remember, with other associations some almost 20 years ago in social activities.
Yes.
We started from children. There were people in our association who worked with children, people that were working, people with disabilities, people with migrants, but all kind of people were welcome because young people are very happy when there is an intercultural environment to join, to have a good time, also to do something meaningful. But going back to the Exo partnership, I would like to refer to Ramona
Yes.
because she was the one that was working as a cultural mediator in the area of Benevento. And she said, why don't we do something more international?
So this is like the point in which we started the idea of to have Extos.
Yes. The very first project was called The Changes of the Eternal Exodus. It was a youth exchange with countries from Europe. Some of those countries wanted to continue because they support migrants like in different countries on different routes, on the Balkanic route, on the Greek route, like the landing after the sea trips from Turkey and Syria, from Italy, from Africa, Sub-Sahara, from Portugal and Spain, from Malaga, from the Moroccan side. And many people were going also to Germany, to Berlin, so all the routes to converge in the partnership. But from that very first project, we decided to have a long-term partnership, 2-3 years, when you can really work with the association, you can travel to their countries to see with your eyes, with your hands, to feel the situation, and to share the knowledge to improve the local realities, and this way also the international reality. We think we are contributing somehow. It's a long work, of course, but we want to do something about it. And with Ramona, we continued like after also the first exchange into a second, and then we thought about the extra partnership.
Yes.
We took 2 months to write it because we were asking people like, what are you doing? What do you want to do? How we can bring your experience to our country?
How we can share this experience. With
Yes,
other
yes,
countries.
indeed. This was the idea. And we started. Then after the pandemic, we started actually online. I remember we
Yes.
started in Macedonia, from Macedonia. So with online thinking how to create not only like a physical connection, but also nowadays with the social connection, the social media, and we created a web platform thanks to their facilitation. Times of pandemic, we could not travel, so we made the most of it this way. And then finally we could travel. We went to Spain to understand how voluntary work and the ESC program of Erasmus Plus can support people with volunteers. And then we continued, we went to Portugal, I remember. We went to Santa Maria la Feira. And over there we learned how to make online campaigns in case the pandemic continued, or also the physical ones in person, with local community, inviting people, having theater together, and theater from all the countries to represent the situations of the migrants and refugees, which is our main focus, I have to say. And then again, we went to Turkey to see how we can support people through looking for a job, because when people come to a country, they need to settle down, to get over the trip, because it's a difficult and traumatic trip sometimes. But then they want to find work, they want to learn language. So we are learning from other countries all the different approaches. It can be with theater, with job searches, depending on the people.
So you speak
Yes.
just on this point because they're really very important when you speak about the exchange in Turkey looking for job. This you mean for the participants or in general?
In general, we
general.
looked at the labor market available in each country, well, how it's going, and in each country there is like some work gaps depending on what is needed. In this time of pandemics, an example, for example, in the Netherlands, is that there are a lot of jobs that are needed in the airports. So there are so many people traveling again, they cannot keep the rhythm, and they
Yes.
need work.
Yes.
If you're also looking at other countries, there are a lot of work maybe in agriculture, in restaurants, or also with mediating,
Of course.
that need people. And it's strange because many people are unemployed, but many jobs are not fulfilled.
Yeah.
So we're trying to match like the work offer and the possibilities. Of course, we realize that it's a long process because people, if they don't speak the local language, they have to first learn the local language and then little by little proceed this way.
So let us say that this is one station of the integration process or work before learning the language, and then the second maybe to be informed about the culture, about the society, and then the third station is about the work. Then we can say that I feel that I'm one part of the society. So because I found something that connect me with the society. Yes. Another point. What is the next exchange, next station for Exodus, and the deadline of the whole project?
Yes. Let's say that now we are in the next station after Turkey, but next station will be also in Germany. Now we are here in Italy to also to look at art as a possibility of integration for the people who do art, because anyway people that come from other countries, they have a passion for music, dance, and these are very important tools of integrations when you have like a common interests as well, and you can relax and enjoy also the free time when you don't work, because it's important in life to work, to have a good time and personal, time. Let's say.
This is exactly was my question. Why you choose this theme about performing arts as a method to give it to the participants who is involved here in Italy?
Because it's good on a personal level, but also on a social level. Because what we want to do in Italy as well is to have performances, to go to a small-scale festival in a small town, but where 20,000 people will come, so they can see that there are people, the Exodus people, let's call ourselves for now, that we go to the streets, they dance for freedom, they dance against discrimination, they sing, and they want to promote, they want to send a message. This is important for people to know what the situation is, and there is like tough work to be done, but also pleasant work to be done if you want to. It depends how you want to do it. They are both important anyway, for the society, for the migrants, the refugees, for the people, for the normal citizens, let's say. And on this track, we'd like to continue to go also to Berlin. As I mentioned before, there are all the routes around Europe. We are coming from Turkey, Greece, Italy, Spain, France, and so on. But interesting enough, also the most or some of the migrants, they tend to go to the middle of Europe. Like it's not like the initial route; it's the final destination. Berlin.
They're attracted to the center.
Yeah, in Berlin. Berlin is like the core right now of the migration, especially with the Ukrainian war. Yeah.
Yes.
Now there's another one, emergency. So this is the final stage where we will gather in Berlin and to look at the different forms of integration, and we will look at like people that are coming also from the Middle East. They are bringing their culture from outside into the heart of Europe.
Yes.
So what is happening in this melting pot? And I know that they do theater, they do a lot of things to integrate their communities. So it will be interesting and it will be a surprise. We are on the stage now that we'll prepare this, I think, between now and Christmas, and then we will know how to close also the Exodus part one, let's say, because we want to continue. Next year will be the end of it.
This is what the next question is about. Do you have attention? You are the general coordinator of Exodus. And do you have attention like to renew the project after it will be finished?
Yes, indeed. We would like to reinforce what we've done. So maybe having also more local partnerships in each country, but definitely extend the partnership to more countries. Yes. Last August we had also a youth exchange here with minors, unaccompanied minors from Italy, but also from Romania, Ukrainians that they crossed the border of Romania and they settled there. So we had people from Ukraine living in Romania, so we would like to invite Romania to join, and this is an example. Another example would be a new association.
Maybe.
Yes, as a country it's not possible.
Or maybe the refugees that they are already in Europe, or
yes.
There is some association connected with Ukrainian, maybe, because I think it's very important to have the Ukrainian refugees in Exodus, because Exodus really create these roots, these strong roots with the community, and focusing about the immigrants and the stories about immigrants that share with the community. So I think it's maybe in the next step, next project about Exodus, very important to involve the Ukrainians.
Indeed. We'll also contact a Polish association because most of the Ukrainians went to Poland. Some 4 million, as far as I remember, which is a huge number, so it's important to involve them. But still we would like to invite, for example, an association working in a refugee camp in Greece, in Ioannina, So also in the refugee camps will continue. So what we've been doing and what is coming in this period to be faced the next year, of course. So we'd like to extend the partnership and to continue for sure, because it's nice to have this continuity, and over the time, like all the associations that are here, the partners, we have known them for years and we don't want to stop here. We are in the middle of the process. I think everybody is happy and willing to continue. Yes, sometimes it's difficult, it's a long work, but this is, I think, our mission in life.
So this is like the idea. We are traveling and we continue this tour in Europe, and we will never stop. This is like a circle that continues. There is no point beginning, there is no end. The last question, Gianluca, it's about the difficulties of Exodus during this experience, especially that we said that Exodus traveled in many countries during this exchange. What's your experience with these difficulties? Because it's very important also to mention for our audience about the difficulties of Exodus.
The difficulty is, let's say, the dissemination point of them, which is important to do, because if we only think about ourselves and what we do in our associations, we become a kind of closed circle. But we want to open up and to reach other people, municipalities. It's an effort because they don't know what they are doing. Maybe they're interested, but they have another way of doing. So it's like the time and the way to find these links, these bridges. This is it takes time, energy. We have it, we go on, but we know it's always a new challenge. It's always different. Each person, each association you approach, but it's like doable in a way. Definitely, also it's important to involve people like staff, to train staff. Everybody's free in this world, so people are coming and going all the time. We'd like to keep ideally the same people working on, but sometimes they have other opportunities in life and they join another job, they change work.
And the topic is changed, so you need for other trainers that are specialized in this topic. So
also.
Is Exodus connected with the social media? Is there website, something? This is the last thing that you can do.
Yes,
we have. Which way they can follow us?
Yeah, they can follow us on 4 channels. They can find us for sure. We created, as I mentioned at the beginning, the platform, which is www.exodusplatform.eu. And then we have again Exodus platform on Facebook and on Instagram and also on YouTube. This is like to be as wide as possible, and indeed, and we ask people to join us.
That's if somebody is interested to participate in Exodus in some countries, so they can write directly in one of these pages.
To contact us, and we can inform them about what is available and how to continue. And if they could contribute somehow, it would be nice. But let's see, time is there.
Gianluca, thank you very much for this nice discussion. It's really important what you shared with us about these informations about Exodus, the importance of Exodus, how can be Exodus really as a focus, or let us say, this project that give attention for the community, how is important Exodus as a strategic partnership with other European countries. Thank you very much to be us in the studio, and see you soon with another discussion. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.